Okay, listen to this. A follow shot of a wise old owl high in the air, peeking through the clouds in a moonlit sky above a forest. After a few moments, it dives down to a moonlit path and sits next to a badger.
What you just heard, yeah, that's not a script.
It's a command, a set of instructions fed directly to an artificial intelligence.
And that command is the key to everything we're diving into today. Google's new AI video generator, Veo. It promises something pretty revolutionary: the power to direct complex, cinematic scenes using nothing but your words.
And that really gets you thinking, right? I mean, what if the massive barriers to filmmaking, the cameras, the crew, the huge budgets, what if they were suddenly replaced by your imagination and a simple text box?
That's the whole promise here, isn't it? It truly feels like pulling magic out of a hat, but it all starts with something surprisingly simple: a prompt.
So let's break it down. What exactly is Veo? Well, it's Google's latest AI model that generates high-quality video clips, complete with audio, from just a text description or even from a single photo. Now, here's a key detail you gotta know. Right now, we're talking about 8-second clips. And yeah, I know that might not sound like a ton of time, but for a single command, it's more than enough to create a whole, complete little scene. And you can bet that number is only gonna go up. This brings us to the creative process itself, which, honestly, Google has boiled down to its absolute essence. Dream it, and then describe it. I mean, look at this. The process is so simple, it's almost funny, right? 1, dream it. 2, describe it. 3, you're done. Just think about what that means for a second. It basically erases every technical hurdle in video creation, putting all the focus right back where it should be, on the creative idea. But here's where it gets really fun. That middle step, describe it, that's where all the magic happens. The level of detail, the specific style, even the sheer absurdity of your idea. It's a completely blank canvas. You can get as whimsical as you want. I mean, take this prompt. A detective interrogates a nervous-looking rubber duck. The AI isn't just making a picture. It's being asked to understand humor, character, and even dialogue. Or how about this one? Something that mixes the totally mundane with the absolutely magnificent. A cat singing opera with a full orchestra. But what's really interesting here is the instruction for the cat to look surprisingly profound. That's an emotional direction, not just a visual one. It's riled. And hey, it's not just for comedy. The AI can handle specific genres and moods like a pro. This prompt is basically the opening scene of an adventure movie. You've got the setting, the character, the lighting, and even that crucial line of dialogue that kicks off the whole plot. And this one really shows the insane level of cinematic control you have. The prompt details everything from the texture of his skin to the blur of the background and the practiced ease of his movements. You're not just asking for a picture, you are literally directing a performance, word by word. So with all this incredible creative power, you gotta wonder, how is it actually meant to be used? Well, Google's vision isn't to replace human creativity, but to act as a kind of creative co-pilot. Google highlights 3 main uses. Exploring is all about creative play, testing out a visual style for a comic, or finally bringing a character from your imagination to life. Sharing is the social side. Imagine turning a funny inside joke with friends into a full animated clip. And brainstorming. This is maybe the most powerful for creators. Instantly visualizing a scene for a storyboard or a concept for a product, just smashing through that creative block in seconds. Of course, whenever a technology this powerful comes along, 2 huge questions pop up right away. How do you get your hands on it? And how is it being managed responsibly? All right, so access is tied to Google's AI subscription plans. Looking at the table, you can see the Pro plan gets you the fast model, great for quick iterations and social content. The Ultra plan gives you the top-tier, state-of-the-art model for when you need the absolute best quality. But crucially, the core features 8-second clips, audio, and animating photos are available in both. And here's maybe the biggest game changer for accessibility. This isn't chained to a desktop. You can create and share these videos directly from the Gemini app on your phone. An idea can strike you on the bus, and you can have a video ready before you even get to your stop. That's incredible. Now, on the responsibility front, Google has built in several important safety features. Every video has a visible watermark, but more importantly, they use something called Synth ID. Think of it as an invisible fingerprint embedded right into the video's pixels that permanently marks it as AI generated. On top of that, standard content filters are in place to block harmful or inappropriate requests. And all of that brings us full circle. The technology is here, and it's getting into more hands every day. The barrier is no longer technical skill, it's pure imagination. So the final question isn't about the AI, it's about you. Now that you can create any video you can dream of, what story will you tell first?